Very warm good morning to one and all present here. Today we are going to have relative comparison on Three Sigma and Six Sigma concepts in quality control. So from the given table, it is very clearly noted that the Six Sigma concepts outbeats the other one, the Three Sigma quality management principles, which has been implemented very long year before. So the main purpose of Six Sigma is to reduce the number of defects by maintaining the minimum possible number of defects, say 3 to 5%. And by reducing the defects, we can able to improve the production cost. At the same time, we can also bring lot of work discipline among the employees by using structured quality management principle in Six Sigma, say DMAC concept. Whereas in Three Sigma company, which does not have any well-structured discipline approach like Six Sigma, they normally used to spend majority of the time on inspection and testing in validating the percentage of defect count in every product batch. So this was the main limitation found in Three Sigma concept as compared to Six Sigma. So in my final view, what I conclude that Six Sigma is one of the modern tool that everybody has to follow in our day-to-day life in order to stay ourselves being productive in high competition. So with this few information, we will move on to the next concept in quality control, zero defects. So what do you mean by zero defects and how zero defects considered to be far different away from the Six Sigma concept? So as I've already told you that Six Sigma aims for the better product quality by somehow managing the error for minimum as possible. But here in this concept, zero defect, so the defect should be fully restricted to zero limit. So there should not be, say, 1.5 percentage or more than 1.5 percentage defect items present in the product batches. So every product should be prepared with utmost care, with a more perfection. So this is the philosophy of zero defects. So we have to do the work at right time within the given time duration by restricting the number of defects to zero. So do the work in the first time and don't have any reputations. So this is the other way to define the zero defects. Avoid reputations. So in order to avoid reputations, so we have to be very strong and clear in our objective, in our quality objective, so such that we can able to achieve our ultimate goal as far as possible. So these are the most four important points that are considered as a success weightage for zero defect program. The first one is creating a sense of awareness to all people within the workplace. So whenever you implement any new strategy or methodology, first thing we have to give a kind of announcement to the people in order to make them all to follow the concept of zero defects in their daily work life. Next thing is, what are the hazardous area where more number of errors are expected to occur? So we have to identify such areas and list out the errors which are counted on day-to-day work life. And based on that, we need to train the people not to commit more mistakes in their daily work pattern. So every employees are motivated to do the work without any repetition. So in the first attempt itself, everyone have to aim a better outcome. So we have to keep our mind process very close to the work attitude. So motivation is the last tool which helps the company employees to aim for zero defect by properly understanding what they are supposed to do. So if you know the real essence of work in every day with the proper guidance and motivation, so very definitely I can say that we can maintain zero defects with nil errors. So we can avoid major part of reputation. So the next information here, the comparison chart done for zero defects and Six Sigma. So what is the primary purpose of the concept zero defects under quality control? The main aim of zero defect is to prevent the number of defects to 0%, whereas Six Sigma tries to minimize the defect, but up to 3 to 5% range. So Six Sigma not aims for zero defects, but it has improved the process capability of the product just by having minimum rate of defects with high improved quality in the finished product. The next thing is the kind of training given to the zero defect concepts and the Six Sigma. Here in zero defects, apart from Six Sigma, zero defects principle aims for only normal job training for the people. Whereas in Six Sigma, it highly aims for high intensive skill oriented training to the people. So financially, if you compare, Six Sigma requires a huge investment of training cost for the people, and also we have to put added staff salaries for under the training cost. Whereas in zero defects, it is not like that. Only a small quantum of amount of money spent for the training. And also the manpower, it is far less compared to Six Sigma. Only few people are involved in the zero defect fine tuning process. And technology wise, leadership quality is very important in the case of zero defect concept, whereas in Six Sigma, quantitative tools like SQC, statistical quality control, and other allied the quantitative tools are very much essential for solving a problem in Six Sigma concept. Here, the performance standards comparison in zero defects, so there must be no defects present in the product batches. Whereas here in Six Sigma, up to a few quantum amount of defects are expected, but we should not go beyond that. So these are the comparisons between zero defect and Six Sigma concept. In the next class, I would like to say about the basic importance of ISO 9000 series and what are the basic objective of ISO quality management policy in the business enterprise. So this topic we will continue in the next meeting. So with this, I end my today's lecture. Thank you one and all present here. Thank you once again.